Bombshell news being reported by pretty much every single news outlet. Supreme Court rejects affirmative action in ruling on universities using race in admission decisions. In a 6-3 affirmative action opinion, Supreme Court decides using race as a factor in college admissions violates Constitution's 14th Amendment. The justices cited specifically in the 14th Amendment the Equal Protection Clause, which states, quote, "Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws." In other words, you can't legally discriminate against somebody on the basis of their race, and that's exactly what these universities were doing. If you were of a certain minority group, mostly black or Latino, you had a better chance of getting in than if you were, say, Asian or white. Ironically, that policy is actually the racist one. It's suggesting that black and Hispanic students can't compete in a merit-based environment when of course they can. It's also insulting being told by these universities that you can't get in on your merits and we have to use your skin color. One of the cases that led to this Supreme Court decision is Students for Fair Admissions versus Harvard University, and in that case, Asian students sued Harvard claiming that they were being given lower personal ratings in the application process in order to justify denying them from the university, even though the academic standards were met, and in doing so, Harvard would accept more students of other races in order to increase diversity. Harvard, for its part, doesn't deny it uses race as a factor in admissions, but claimed it complies with the law. Back to the article here, there was an interesting exchange between Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and the Harvard lawyer Seth Waxman. Alito pressed Waxman on why it is that Asian American students regularly receive lower personal scores on their applications than other races. Waxman talked around the justice's questions, causing Alito to get frustrated with the lawyer. Quote, "I still haven't heard any explanation for the disparity between the personal scores that are given to Asians," Alito said. Well, they can't anymore, as Chief Justice John Roberts wrote in the majority opinion, quote, "The Harvard and UNC admissions programs cannot be reconciled with the guarantees of the Equal Protection Clause." In a dissenting opinion, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote, quote, "This limited use of race has helped equalize educational opportunities for all students of every race and background and has improved racial diversity on college campuses, and while that may be true, that's not the point of the Supreme Court. They are there to determine whether or not this is legal, and it seems pretty clear to me that denying someone access to a university because of their race is illegal. There are actually students in the United States who have been denied access to Harvard University because they have the wrong skin color. That should never be the case. People love to tout all the benefits of diversity and inclusion on these college campuses, but the reality is there is a limited number of spots, and if you want to have a certain racial mix, you are going to have to send rejection letters to students who are of the wrong race because you have too many of them. That needs to stop, and now it has. If there was a pizza shop that gave discounts to certain people of certain races, everyone would agree that's egregious and the city would shut that down. But for some reason, when it came to college admissions, we gave a little carve out. Today's ruling is a major step in the direction of racial equality and equal protection under the law. No student should ever be held back because of their skin color. I think we can all agree on that, and therefore this ruling was an absolute win. If you enjoyed this coverage, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel where I cover all the best stories and news so you can stay informed and have interesting things to talk about. My name's Ryan. This is News Rye. I'll see you in the next one.